Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to do a rapid-fire look at the most talked-about AI and tech news.
Sounds good.
We've got articles,
Okay.
research updates, even a sneak peek into ChatGPT's system prompt.
Wow.
So buckle up as we explore AI's impact on healthcare and customer service,
Okay.
the worldwide race for AI dominance,
Right.
and even how an ancient Indian system is giving modern AI weather predictions a run for its money.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Let's jump right in. OpenAI is back in the headlines with Operator,
Okay.
an AI agent capable of controlling your web browser, so it can see the screen and interact with it just like we do.
Yes. Operator represents a significant leap forward in the evolution of AI agents.
Yeah.
It utilizes a new model called Computer Using Agent, or CUA, which allows it to comprehend and interact with graphical user interfaces,
Okay.
performing tasks like shopping, booking travel,
Okay.
and even managing business operations all within your browser.
So does that mean it can log into my bank account?
Right. Well, OpenAI is keenly aware of the safety and ethical considerations.
Right.
They've incorporated safeguards, including user confirmation for significant actions,
Okay.
and a takeover mode that requires additional authorization for sensitive information like logins.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's still a little unnerving to think about.
I understand. It's a powerful technology, and it's natural to have some reservations.
What about the practical applications? Is this something we'll be using in our everyday lives?
Absolutely. They're partnering with companies like DoorDash,
Oh, wow.
Instacart, and Uber.
So they're really going for mainstream adoption.
Yes. This could be a glimpse into a future where AI agents become woven into our digital lives, streamlining tasks and potentially reshaping how we interact with businesses and services online.
It's almost like having a personal assistant for the internet.
Exactly.
This brings us to the legal battle brewing over AI and copyright.
Yeah.
Music legend Paul McCartney is now voicing his concerns.
Interesting. What's his take on it?
He's pushing back against a proposed UK law that would allow AI companies to train their models on copyrighted material without obtaining explicit permission.
I see. So he's concerned about the potential for AI to infringe on artists' rights.
Exactly. He argues that this could stifle creativity. If AI can easily replicate existing works, where's the incentive for artists to create new material?
That's a valid point. It's a complex issue with far-reaching implications.
Are there similar concerns in other countries?
Absolutely. Similar debates are happening in the U.S., with authors and publishers in India filing lawsuits against OpenAI.
So this is a global issue.
As the line between human creativity and AI-generated content blurs, this is definitely an area to watch closely.
It seems like every time we solve one problem with AI, 10 more pop up.
That's the nature of technological advancement. It's a constant evolution.
Speaking of challenges, the demand for computing power is another one that's heating up.
Mm-hmm.
With AI's exponential growth, are we reaching a point where simply building bigger data centers is no longer sustainable?
That's the big question. Data centers are energy intensive, and their environmental impact is a growing concern. The Stargate project, a massive AI infrastructure initiative, is facing scrutiny from energy experts for this very reason.
So even with companies like Meta pouring billions into AI infrastructure, it's still not enough.
The need for these specialized chips is outstripping production, driving up costs, and limiting access for smaller businesses and researchers.
What are the potential solutions? Could we see a shift towards more efficient AI models or alternative computing approaches?
There's a lot of research focused on developing more energy-efficient AI models and hardware. We're also seeing interest in distributed computing models where processing power is spread across multiple devices rather than concentrated in massive data centers.
That sounds promising.
It's a multifaceted challenge that requires a combination of approaches.
Almost like a technological arms race.
In a way it is. Innovation pushes the boundaries of what's possible, but we have to grapple with the consequences.
And who's leading this arms race?
Well, the U.S. has been a dominant player, but there's a fascinating development coming out of China. Chinese AI startups like DeepSeek are challenging the established giants.
So the competition is heating up.
DeepSeek has reportedly developed a model that rivals OpenAI's, but at a fraction of the cost.
That's impressive. How are they achieving this?
They're focusing on efficiency and collaboration. It seems that U.S. sanctions, rather than hindering Chinese AI development, might be fueling innovation.
That's interesting. So it's almost like a backfiring effect.
You could say that other Chinese companies like Tencent and ByteDance are also pushing the boundaries.
What are some of the advancements they're making?
Tencent's Hunyuan 3D 2.0 model can transform 2D images into intricate 3D objects.
Wow.
ByteDance's Dubo 1.5 Pro language model matches the performance of models like GPT-4, but is significantly cheaper to run.
It sounds like China is becoming a major force in AI.
Absolutely. This global perspective is vital for understanding the full impact of AI and the diverse approaches to its development.
Speaking of global developments, let's shift our focus to India. We talked about Chinese companies pushing the boundaries, but there's another fascinating story about an ancient Indian system for weather prediction that's proving surprisingly accurate.
You're referring to the Panchang, a traditional Indian calendar system, incorporating astronomical observations and complex calculations. What's remarkable is that the Panchang, combined with modern AI techniques, is achieving a 60% accuracy rate in global weather predictions.
60%. That's incredible. You're saying an ancient system is holding its own against modern AI-powered weather models.
It's a testament to the enduring value of traditional knowledge and the potential for blending it with cutting-edge technology.
It's almost poetic.
It is. This story perfectly illustrates how innovation isn't always about starting from scratch. Sometimes the most effective solutions come from combining the best of both worlds.
That's a great point. Now let's talk about AI's impact on the workforce. We're seeing AI transforming industries like customer service, where companies like Crescendo are integrating AI and human expertise.
Crescendo's approach is interesting. They utilize generative AI to handle routine tasks, freeing up human agents to focus on more complex interactions requiring empathy and problem-solving skills.
So instead of replacing jobs, it's actually enhancing them.
Precisely. This trend of AI augmenting human capabilities rather than replacing them entirely is emerging across various sectors.
That's encouraging to hear.
Mm.
There was also a report about AI revolutionizing training for sensorimotor skills.
Oh, yes. From surgery to tennis.
It seems like there's no limit to what AI can do.
Absolutely. This highlights AI's potential to augment human skills and create new opportunities for training and expertise.
It's a reminder that the future of work with AI isn't necessarily about humans being replaced, but about leveraging technology to enhance our potential.
Absolutely. The key is to view AI as a tool for collaboration and empowerment, not a threat to human labor.
Well said. Now let's shift gears again. This time, let's talk about some of the ethical challenges surrounding AI development. One story that caught my attention involved a lawsuit against the chatbot platform Character AI.
Yes. This lawsuit raises serious concerns about the potential for AI chatbots to cause harm. The case alleges that Character AI's chatbot contributed to a teenager's suicide, prompting the company to implement new safety measures and parental controls.
That's a tragic story. It's a stark reminder that even with its power, AI technology can have unintended and potentially devastating consequences.
It's a sobering reminder of the responsibility that comes with developing and deploying AI.
Another ethical concern that keeps surfacing is the issue of bias in AI systems. What progress is being made to address this?
There's definitely a growing awareness of the issue. Researchers are developing techniques to mitigate bias in AI models. However, there are also concerns about AI perpetuating existing societal biases, particularly in areas like healthcare and law enforcement.
So we need to be vigilant.
Absolutely. We need to ensure AI systems are developed and deployed fairly and equitably.
Speaking of deployments, there's a development from NVIDIA, the powerhouse of AI hardware, that caught my attention.
What's the latest news from NVIDIA?
They're making significant changes to their driver support. NVIDIA is preparing to move older GPU architectures, including Maxwell,
Okay.
Pascal, and Volta,
Uh-huh.
to legacy driver status.
Interesting. What's driving this decision?
It suggests that NVIDIA is focusing its resources on supporting newer architectures better suited for AI workloads. It also highlights the rapid pace of innovation in the hardware space.
That's right. AI is driving the development of increasingly powerful GPUs, which are then pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI applications.
It's a fascinating feedback loop, with hardware and software advancements constantly propelling each other forward.
It's a remarkable time to be witnessing this technological revolution.
Before we move on, what stands out to you as the most significant development in today's AI news?
It's hard to choose just one. There's so much happening. But I'd say the sheer momentum of AI development is what's most striking. We're witnessing advancements across every area, from hardware and software to applications.
It's clear that AI is rapidly transforming our world.
And the pace of change is only accelerating. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Let's take a deeper dive into some of the more intricate and thought-provoking stories in the next part of our exploration.
I'm ready when you are. Let's delve deeper into some of the more nuanced aspects of AI and tech news we touched on earlier. I'd like to start by revisiting OpenAI's Operator.
Okay.
It's a fascinating development with the potential to reshape our digital interactions.
I'm particularly intrigued by its potential impact on web browsing. Could this be the beginning of the end for traditional interfaces?
It's certainly a possibility. As AI agents like Operator become increasingly sophisticated, they could render current website designs obsolete. Imagine a world where websites are designed for AI interaction rather than human navigation.
That raises a whole host of questions about the role of web developers.
Right.
If AI agents are handling the browsing and interaction, where does that leave human creativity and innovation in web design?
It's a valid concern. As AI takes over tasks previously performed by humans, we need to consider the potential displacement of certain job roles and the emergence of new ones. It's a shift that will require adaptation and a reimagining of skill sets.
It seems like every leap forward in AI brings a new wave of ethical and societal questions.
That's the nature of technological disruption. It challenges our assumptions and forces us to adapt to a rapidly changing landscape. We saw this with the internet, and we're seeing it again with AI.
Speaking of adaptation, I'm fascinated by the story about the ancient Indian weather prediction system, the Panchang.
Right.
It's remarkable how traditional knowledge can remain relevant in the age of AI.
The Panchang is a testament to the power of observation and empirical knowledge accumulated over generations. It highlights the importance of considering diverse approaches to knowledge and problem solving.
It makes you wonder what other gems of wisdom might be out there waiting to be rediscovered and integrated with modern technology.
There's a growing movement toward blending traditional knowledge systems with AI. It's a fascinating field with the potential to create technologies that are more culturally sensitive and contextually aware.
A fusion of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge innovation, so to speak.
Precisely. Now let's shift our attention to some of the research developments that caught my eye. One paper explored the concept of behavioral self-awareness in large language models, or LLMs.
Okay.
This sounds like a significant step toward more transparent and accountable AI systems.
How so?
The researchers are investigating whether LLMs can reflect on and articulate their own learned behaviors. Imagine being able to ask an AI system why it made a particular decision and getting a clear, understandable explanation.
That would be a game changer in terms of building trust and ensuring responsible AI development.
Exactly. It would revolutionize how we interact with and understand AI.
Another interesting research paper focused on the relationship between inference time, compute, and AI security.
Right. Security is paramount when it comes to AI.
Can you break down what inference time compute means?
It refers to the computational resources required to run an AI model after it's been trained. The research suggests there's a trade-off between an AI model's efficiency and its robustness against adversarial attacks. In essence, making an AI model faster might make it more vulnerable to hacking.
So it's a balancing act between performance and security.
That makes sense.
Exactly. It highlights the need to carefully weigh both factors in AI development, especially as AI becomes more integrated into critical systems. Speaking of critical systems, the growing concern over the environmental impact of AI is something we can't ignore.
Absolutely.
With the demand for computing power skyrocketing, are we headed for an energy crisis?
It's a legitimate concern. Data centers already consume a significant portion of global electricity. And as AI models become larger and more complex, the energy demands will only increase. While companies like Meta are investing in renewable energy to power their data centers, a more holistic approach is needed.
What would a more comprehensive strategy look like?
It would involve considering the entire life cycle of AI systems, from the materials used to build hardware to the energy consumed during training and deployment. We need to minimize the environmental footprint at every stage.
It's clear that the environmental impact of AI is a complex issue that requires innovative solutions.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears again and look at the business side of AI. We're seeing a surge in investment activity in this space. What are some of the key trends you're observing?
Venture capital firms are pouring billions of dollars into AI startups. Lightspeed Venture Partners' recent $2 billion investment in Anthropic is a prime example. Investors are clearly betting big on the future of AI.
They see the potential for AI to disrupt multiple industries and generate enormous value. But there are also signs of growing competition and consolidation within the AI industry. The evolving relationship between Microsoft and OpenAI is a case in point.
They were once close partners, but now there seems to be a growing sense of rivalry. What's driving that shift?
As the AI market matures, we're likely to see more of this jockeying for position. Companies are vying for market share and control over key technologies. It's a reminder that AI is not just a technological revolution, It's a business revolution, reshaping industries, creating new markets, and driving significant economic activity.
It's a fascinating and complex landscape. There are ethical considerations to navigate economic forces at play and a constant need to adapt to the rapid pace of innovation.
And that's just what we've covered so far. Let's move on to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll explore some of the more speculative and forward-looking aspects of today's news. Get ready for some thought-provoking insights into the future of AI.
We've covered a lot of ground, from AI agents controlling browsers to ancient weather prediction systems.
It's been a fascinating discussion.
Now let's look ahead to the future of AI. One concept that grabbed my attention is the idea of personal AI supercomputers.
Oh, yeah, that's an intriguing one. It sounds like science fiction, but it might be closer than we think. NVIDIA is reportedly working on a project called Digits with the goal of making powerful AI computing accessible to individuals.
So instead of relying on massive data centers, we could have our own personal AI supercomputers.
That's the idea.
What would that mean for the average person?
It would be a game changer. Imagine researchers, developers, or anyone working with AI having access to that level of computing power right at their fingertips. It could democratize AI development and accelerate innovation across countless fields.
It's an exciting prospect. But what about the practicalities? Wouldn't personal AI supercomputers require a tremendous amount of energy to run?
Energy efficiency would be crucial.
Yeah.
If these devices aren't designed with sustainability in mind, we could end up exacerbating the environmental impact of AI. That's a challenge that needs to be addressed from the outset.
It seems like every solution in the world of AI comes with its own set of new challenges.
That's the nature of technological advancement. It's a constant cycle of progress and adaptation. That's what makes this field so dynamic and fascinating. Another area that's generating a lot of buzz is the development of AI agents. These software programs are designed to perform tasks autonomously.
We talked about OpenAI's Operator earlier. Would that be considered an AI agent?
Yes, Operator is an example of an AI agent, albeit a very sophisticated one. As AI agents become increasingly capable, some experts believe they could be the key to achieving artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
AGI is often considered the holy grail of AI research.
Right.
It refers to an AI system with the ability to perform any intellectual task that a human can.
While Operator is not AGI, it demonstrates the potential for AI agents to interact with the real world and carry out complex tasks. The progress in this area is remarkable.
But with that progress comes concern. What if these AI agents become too powerful or act in ways that we don't anticipate?
Those are valid concerns. As with any powerful technology, we need to proceed cautiously and ensure that appropriate safeguards are in place. We have a responsibility to guide the development of AI in a way that benefits humanity.
It's a reminder that the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's shaped by the choices we make today.
The development and deployment of AI is a human endeavor. It's up to us to steer its trajectory. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI and tech, what stands out to you as the biggest takeaway?
For me, it's the sheer pace of innovation. Every day brings new breakthroughs, new challenges, and new opportunities. It's an exciting time to be witnessing the evolution of AI, but it's also a time for thoughtful reflection and careful consideration of the implications.
I agree. We need to approach AI with a sense of curiosity, responsibility, and a willingness to adapt to a rapidly changing landscape.
This has been an insightful exploration of the latest developments in AI and tech. We've covered a lot of ground, but it's clear that the conversation is just beginning.
Until our next deep dive, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And remember, the future of AI is not something that happens to us. It's something we create together. Thanks for joining us.